Hey guys, Philip here. Today is the day we are doing the long-awaited, fabled Houston Marathon post-race recap. The marathon video was an absolute banger, so I figured I'd follow it up with this one and we'll see what happens. So in this video, I'm gonna be telling you a little bit about what the marathon was actually like, what the course was like, how the venue was set up, what the weather was like, and how I just kind of felt running the race itself. I'm also going to be talking about my thoughts on how I ran, how I'm feeling now about a week removed from running the race itself, and then also my plans for the future, endurance and strength related. So let's get into the video. So what was the Houston Marathon actually like? Well, to start off, the venue was amazing. It was easily the most fun I've ever had running, hands down. And this is coming from somebody who did a season of cross country in high school and is like an 8-time turkey trot finisher. So I'm pretty much as seasoned of an athlete as it gets. So believe me and trust me when I tell you, it was an awesome race. The course was also great. It was a really good PR course in that you had pretty much no hills throughout the entire race. There was like one hill that took you over an overpass and then a few underpasses. My watch logged about 61 feet of total elevation gain throughout the entire race. So it was definitely a great course to PR on, and it was good for me since this was my first ever marathon. Additionally, it was super fun to run. They took you through pretty much all of the nicest places or nicest parts of Houston. So it was never boring and there were no out and backs. It was one loop. And so you never got to see the same thing twice. So I was really happy with the way the course was actually set up itself. Finally, the weather. The weather was pretty ideal throughout the entire race. I really can have no complaints. We started out pretty much at 40 degrees and low 40s, and over the duration of the race, it warmed up to maybe high 40s, so I was never really hot throughout the entire race. So all of my energy could really go towards putting one foot in front of the other instead of trying to dissipate heat and cool me off. So the weather was amazing. Now let's get into how I feel about how I ran the race itself. Overall, I'm super happy with the race. Being that my longest run leading up to the marathon itself was 15 miles, I didn't really know what to expect after that. Now, I definitely wasn't great in terms of conserving energy. For the first 10 miles, probably half marathon, I think my splits were around an average of an 8:15 minute per mile pace, which is about a 3.5-hour marathon pace, which is definitely faster than what I was trying to run. So I definitely don't think I conserved my energy too well. In addition to that, before the race, we were sitting at the starting line for like 20 minutes and the pre-race jitters were definitely there. So I definitely wasted a little bit of energy throughout the race itself. But I think some of that was unavoidable and the cramping in my legs was definitely unavoidable. Throughout the race, I was also pounding energy gels every 3 miles or so, pretty much as my stomach could handle. At the end of the race, I had a stomach ache from the amount of energy gels that I took. I might have to do an energy gel review because some of these Roctane flavors and some of these Gatorade energy gel flavors are absolutely deplorable. But that's a topic for another video. But taking the energy gels was super beneficial. My goal and my plan was to just continue taking them before I even felt fatigued so that I didn't let the fatigue set in and then try to catch up and boost my energy with those gels. I definitely think that was the right play and a great strategy, especially for me since I'm a 200-pound beast running this marathon. At the end of the day though, I broke 4 hours. That was my goal, and I'm super happy that I did that. The race was a huge mental challenge for me. I've never really had to push myself that hard willingly, and it was really cool to see kind of what my body was capable of when my mind wasn't willing to give up. So how am I feeling now about a week removed from the race? This past week, I've been taking it pretty easy. I went for a run about 2 days ago and I found some pain in my Achilles that I do need to address before I actually really start increasing the mileage again, because I definitely don't want that to become a problem, and Achilles pain can be a huge problem. I also found some really deep-seated fatigue within my legs that became apparent when I was doing heavy clean and jerks 2 days ago. So I definitely need to get a better emphasis on recovery before I really start pushing myself in both resistance and endurance training. That being said, I've definitely been using this as a period to kind of transition from endurance to strength training. So I've kind of been doing more training sessions in the gym. I've been going on the Concept 2 rower, doing bike rides and things like that. I'll also be showing you guys and walking you through my new resistance training focused program where I'll be running about 3 to 4 times a week and strength training 4 times a week. So be on the lookout for that video coming soon. Finally, what are my plans for the future? Everybody wants to know, everybody's asking, so here it is. This upcoming year, after my strength cycle, I'm going to be doing the Texas Marathon Parlay. I'm coining this phrase. If you hear it elsewhere, just know it came from yours truly. What the Texas Marathon Parlay is doing the Austin, the Dallas, and the Houston Marathon all within the same year. I know the Houston Marathon is gonna actually be in 2023, but we'll ignore that. This is the Texas Marathon Parlay. Now onto my strength goals. I want to do either an Olympic lifting or powerlifting meet at some point in the future. My numbers within those don't really matter to me too much. That'll be my first meet actually competing, so I think it'll just be a fun experience to kind of go through the process, and maybe I'll take it a little more seriously in the future. But for my strength goals, I really do have a few numbers in my head that I want to hit. I want to hit a 320-pound bench press, a 440 high bar ass to grass back squat, no depth questioning, no belt, no knee sleeves, completely raw, full natty bra. I also want to hit about a 315 clean, possibly with the jerk, but the clean would be cool, and then also over a 500 deadlift. So those are my strength goals, those are my numbers. I don't really care if I hit those outside of competition or just as gym lifts on separate days. So take that as you will. If that's a deal breaker, that's fine. These are my personal strength goals. So that's it. That's it, everyone. You can stop asking me, you can stop bugging me for this post-race recap. I did it, here you go. I know I'm answering all the questions. That's the post-race recap and my plans for the future. I'm super excited to see what 2022 has in store, and I can't wait to make some more badass videos for you guys, so definitely be on the lookout for those. If you like this video, comment, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.